So, how is everybody doing out there today? Trying to give you a little bit of time to get some more names on the wheel. We've only got 3 names on the wheel. We got 20 people in the room, so thought some more of you would do that. If you want to link to the wheel, just type in !wheel into the chat window, and our bot will give you a link to do that. We want your we don't need a URL. We just want your name as it's displayed here in the chat. If you want the opportunity for us to draw your channels, spin and win. Some of the things we're going to look at will be the channel name. We're going to look at and what I mean by the channel name is, just for example, if your name is Sue Smith, that's not a good name for a channel because there's a gazillion Sue Smiths out there. You want something that is relatively short, easy to remember, and easy to spell. Tall order, I know, but that's what, don't make it 6 miles long. Don't make crazy spelled words where you're using letters that don't necessarily sound like what you think they do. Make it easy for people to find your channel. We're also going to take a look at the channel art. And the channel art includes things as your banner and your icon, your logo, if you would. Banners are more they mean a lot more than what people think they do. I've got some examples. Matter of fact, we're going to show you a few here in a minute. But we're going to look at your channel description. Do you have your email placed in a proper location? Do you have links placed in proper locations? Do you have any playlists, do's and don'ts on playlists? Are you advertising your channel? Or are you advertising somebody else's? Thumbnails. What about your thumbnails? There's some general rules you got to follow when you're doing thumbnails. And are you doing that? Well, we'll discuss that as we go through. Your overall channel presentation, what's it look like to other people? And do you have a channel trailer? When we look at your channel, we look at it with a browser that is not signed in. Therefore, being not signed in, it's a totally independent view of your channel. If one is not subscribed to your channel, they get a different view than somebody that is. So, having the browser not signed in, obviously that indicates, as far as YouTube is concerned, with that browser, that you're not subscribed to that channel, even though you very well may be and have been for years. So we will look at it from that standpoint. We will also search for your channel by name as what you have on the thing. Now, the one thing I wanted to do here real quick before we go any further is I wanted to share with you a group of banners. Some of you may not have any idea what your full banner looks like. You're used to seeing it on a phone. You're used to seeing it on a laptop or PC. But there's a growing number of people that are watching stuff on their TVs. And with the TVs, you get to see the entire banner. So, some of our upcoming shows on Monday nights, what I've elected to do is advertise for those shows utilizing their entire banners. So I'm just going to run through some of those some shows that we have coming up over the next couple months. You can look at them. You can see real quick. Is it easy to recognize the channel represented by their banner? Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Anyway, irregardless, here they are. Okay. So that's just some of the channels that we're going to be having on Monday nights coming up here in the future. Did you see some things in that browsing through that maybe surprised you? Did you see some real big channels that, gosh, if you didn't know the channel, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't be able to tell from looking at that banner who it belongs to? Who is it? So these are some of the things that commonly aren't thought about, and I'm trying to drive this point home to folks. It is important to take your channel banner and get your name on it. It doesn't matter if you are brand new with 10 subscribers or a seasoned veteran with 500,000. It should have your name on it. All right. See where we're at here. As I mentioned before, we're going to be browsing your channels with a browser that is not signed in. It's actually on a different computer. I have everything working on this end. The wheel is sitting over here just waiting to be spun. So let's get that done. Let's see who's going to be our first one. As you can tell, Smudge is still wearing his mask, and our observer is still wearing her mask. So if you need a mask like that, we have them. They're available. So just give us an email. We can fix you right up with your channel name on your mask. All right. First one tonight, Micro Farmer. Micro Farmer. And Micro Farmer is going to be an upcoming guest on our show. Okay. Now I went by the typing that he had on the wheel there. His actual name, there's a Micro Space Farmer. Fortunately, we did find it. But again, this is an exercise in how easy it is for somebody to find your channel. Micro Farmer. And I will share with you, I'm sure he's not going to mind. This is a new banner for him. He had a generic leafy greens type banner that had no name on it, had no anything, and I strongly suggested to him that he alter that, and he did. I think he has a very simple yet very plain. I'm stumbling over my words here, but it's very concise banner. You can easily tell who it is. It's a very plain thing. There's nothing really outstanding fancy about it. He's got a big splash of color in the middle. I like it. Very nicely done. So Micro Farmer, he's got 623 subscribers. But the first thing I notice here is he does not have what is called a trailer video. Trailer video is a short video. Should be 30 to 90 seconds in length. It should be a full format. This is not a short. There's a difference. This is not a shorts. It should be a full format. And it should be placed in the proper location on the channel so that when somebody comes to your homepage that is not subscribed, it automatically starts playing here. And I'm sure we'll see that here in the real near future here yet this evening. So let's go to the About page, take a look at the description, and see what we have here for Micro Farmer. Okay, we have a short description here. It says, this channel is about giving tips and suggestion on how to backyard farming from backyard to your table, grow your own, eat your own. Hey, it says a lot there in a condensed space. Personally, I'd like to see it expanded. I would like to see more of an embellished description. But when you do this, you want to remember that if he had 15 lines all squished together here, people would go nuts trying to read it, because that's just the way people are. You get more than 3 lines tied together, and the eyes start to wander. So, multiple paragraphs is good. Just divide it up into 3 lines, white space, 3 lines, white space, etc. Now, something else he doesn't have here, and I'm a little surprised with this, but he does not have his email. There's a spot to put the email, and it's not here. He also is not sharing with you if he has any other sources of contact, like Twitter, Facebook, and maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But if so, those will be placed down here at the bottom. So let's go on. We'll go ahead a little further, see if he has any playlists, and he does. He has 3 playlists. And I always try to open up a couple of these for a couple reasons. The Micro Farmer full playlist, I'm guessing, I don't know for a fact, that might just be all his videos. And that is frequently done by folks to share that out with other folks to get some watch hours. So that could very well be what that is. So we're going to open the other 2 here. I'm going to open this Shed Wars 21. And, I got to pick on him here just a little bit. There's a spot. There's a spot to place a description of this playlist. And he has not done so. It's kind of like doing a video and not putting a description under the video. So what you want to do here is you want to just inform people. A couple reasons. You're going to want to inform people what this playlist consists of, what they can expect to see in this playlist. If it's a time thing, if it was from summer of 19 or 20. Yeah, I'm going back to 19. I'm showing my age here. 2019 or 2018 or something. Whatever it may be. If it's on, this one obviously has a title here called Shed Wars 21. Okay. Well, pardon my language. What the hell is Shed Wars? I don't know. So you might want to put that down. What is Shed Wars? Maybe he's got a video about it. Who knows? But needs a description. All right, we're going to look at Lori's World. And again, there's no description. Now, the good thing is he's just got his videos in here. We are going to open this one up just very quickly. I want to scroll through it. I don't have time to really examine through 83 videos, but we are going to scroll through it. Again, there's no description. I believe this is a play all thing. Okay. But, and this is the reason I opened it. All right. I've scrolled all the way to the bottom of this playlist. Here's what you don't want to see in your playlist. You don't want to see deleted videos. I don't know if it's his or somebody else's. I'll explain that in a moment. But you don't want to see that. You need to go in. If you're going to have playlists, you got to manage them. You got to go back into that playlist. And if the video is deleted, you have to manually take it out of the playlist. Well, let's go back up here. Here is a video in his playlist from 254 Nature Growers. Are you getting paid to advertise this channel? Don't know. I don't think so. In other words, shouldn't be here. Private video. Private video should not be in a playlist. You can have private playlists, but I shouldn't be able to see them. So you can have a playlist, you can create it private, you can use it for your own resource, your own encyclopedia of stuff you want to refer back to, whatever that possibly could be. And that's all fine and good. Just have it all private so nobody can see it. Let's scroll up a little further. Here's a Steven Benkovich roast rabbit. It just doesn't belong here. Another deleted video. Lazy way. I think you get the point. This is just stuff that does not belong in here. Will it grow? That doesn't belong here. If they're not your videos, they should not be in your playlist, with one exception. If you're doing a collaboration with other channels, number one, in the title of the playlist, indicate it's a collab. In the description of the playlist, indicate that as well. It's a collaboration, time period, some sort of informational blurb about the videos. And because it's a collaboration, that's where you work with other channels to create common type videos, common core videos, if you would. And that's the only time you should have other folks' videos in your playlist. We'll jump back here to some of the thumbnails. Let's take a look at thumbnails. Let me get the last 18 of them on the screen here. Okay. You have got some great thumbnails, and you've got some that aren't so great. So let me explain what I mean by that. Facial expressions, close-up facial expressions are a big plus. The YouTube algorithm likes that. It makes the thumbnail stand out. So what I mean by that is, like this one, smiling, you get more response out of big smiles. This is another good one. This is a good one. This one, you got some shadowing going on, so that you could use a little bit of help in some photo editing. This is a good picture, a close-up of something. Whereas something like this, well, that just doesn't really...
But how many of those are actual thumbnails or YouTube pictures?
I haven't gotten to that. And yeah, Sherry was just pointing out to me, how many of these are... When you upload a video, for those of you that maybe are not aware, don't know this, YouTube will pick out 3 frames out of the video that you upload with one primary suggestion and 2 alternate suggestions as to, hey, this would make an okay thumbnail for you. And they are seldom spot on. Very seldom are they spot on. Even if they are, you can almost always make a better thumbnail yourself. You can take a picture, you can throw it into some type of editing program, you can add text if you wish, you can modify it. I'm sure we're going to see that on some upcoming folks that we're going to look at here. And you can make it much better. The point is, this one is not a good one. This one's horrible. It's just blank. It's just blank. This one, lighting, it's horrible. This is another, well, this is a short? No, it's not a short. It's over 2 minutes. But again, horrible lighting. You can always change a thumbnail. Always. You can change them every day, 10 times a day if you want. Things you can do with a video after the fact, after you have it uploaded, is you can change thumbnails, you can change titles, you can add or remove keywords, you can add or remove end screens and informational screens. All those things you can do to a video once you have uploaded it. What you cannot do is you can't download that video and re-edit it and re-upload it At that point, it's a new video, and any views that you had prior to that are gone. So you don't want to do that. All right, let's very quickly jump back here to the home page. At this point in time, it's very plain. If you had the trailer video, it would be playing right in this left-hand corner here. And typically what we recommend, and again, you'll see this, is that you take some individual playlists and you add those down here on the front page. And Sherry said that Morgan is in the room. Morgan, good to see you. Glad. Oh, Hamiltonville Farm is in the room too. So we got Dutch Off Grid, Wide Family Farm, all kinds of neat folks. All right, so let's.
Yeah, we don't have Hamiltonville Farm on here, do we?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yep.
Yep, we do. Triple punch.
All right, let's spin that wheel again. Southern Woodworking Homestead. Wow, that's a mouthful. Sounds interesting, though. Southern Woodworking Homestead. Let's go see if we can find your channel. And if you are in the chat, please speak up. Southern Woodworking Homestead. So results. YouTube thought it knew better than me. That's not what I want. Although here is, this is probably what I'm after. Is it 3 words? Southern space Woodworking space Homestead? Are you in the chat?
They were, and it's 3 words, has a logo has an S. See?
All right.
Yes, there they are.
Okay. So I'm going to split this up. This is why it's important to do this. Oops. I didn't want to do it there. I'm sorry. Southern space Woodworking space Homestead. Now let's do that search. Here it is.
Yeah.
See what a difference it makes when the spelling is correct. You have 286 subscribers, 48 videos, so you are in the early growing stages. Love channels like yours. Look at that banner. I've seen that banner on hundreds of channels. I don't know where people get that same picture, but they all have that same pond in their backyard and get that beautifully well lit shot. But this is one of those banners that doesn't do anything to identify you. There is no channel trailer. First thing I noticed. Second thing I noticed, there's no logo here. This is a generic Google S. Upload, so it's just, but again, your early stages, getting started. Let's jump back to the About page. Let's see what we have here. All right, no description. This is a place where you get to talk about yourself. This is a place where you can explain to folks what they're going to see here. Your title, I find very intriguing. Southern Woodworking Homestead, and I find it intriguing because woodworking is a hobby of mine, and I know it is of other people. So that instantly is an attraction draw to people that have woodworking hobbies or have done that in the past. Just have to put the description in here. I do see you have an email address, but there's no links to other channels.
They're saying it was Southern Life Homestead. I wonder it sounded familiar.
It was Southern Life Homestead. Okay. But again, banner, description. If you have other presence on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vimeo, the list goes on and on and on. You can put those down here, and up to 5 of those will also show up on your banner if it's configured in that fashion. So let's go back, take a peek here. You have any playlists? You have a playlist, and let's check it real quick.
What you doing, Smash?
Okay.
What you doing?
This is not your video, so I would not recommend you having this out here in a playlist. That's for reasons we talked about with the other channel. So the playlist, now you can create a playlist for yourself, just make them private. Let's take a look at some of your videos. Looking at your thumbnails. And again, you've got some real good thumbnails here. As I mentioned, close-up facial shots are always good. However, be aware. Let me get my magnifying glass on here so that it's easier for me to show and follow. High shadows, real high shadows, not good. Again, shadows. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. It looks like you were involved in a live stream with another channel, which is all fine and good, but just create a good thumbnail for this and upload it. This is obviously when you had the other name, Southern Life Homestead, rather than Southern Woodworking. This is a great thumbnail on this one. Again, you can zoom in a little closer. I don't know what well, let's see. This is obviously a live stream. Yeah, it's a live stream. I don't know what the subject matter is. So that is typically included in the title. But you could also enhance that. And I use the word strongly, enhance it with verbiage on a thumbnail. You don't want to repeat what you have on the thumbnail in the title. That's a good one. That's a good one. This is a portrait mode. It's a shorts. We're not going to talk about shorts. This is a good one. So you've got some great thumbnails here. All right, jump back to your home page. So things for you to look at include channel trailer, a logo, your little identification mark here, your banner. Banner's a big one. Banner's big. Description, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, no more than 3 lines per paragraph on that description. If you have other social media platforms, they can all be added down here at the bottom. So that's what we currently see on yours. I want to thank you for being here. I hope maybe we gave you some ideas on some different things to do that just make your channel a little bit more inviting. Let's go spin the wheel again, see who we come up with. I need to find a place to get a logo and a banner. Okay, let me just mention real quickly. We don't do it here on Thursdays, but on Tuesday nights we have had extensive shows on creating banners, placement of banners, doing logos. We've had guests come on that show you how to do it with outside help, like with Canva. Occasionally we'll get some folks like Morgan that can help out with I'm trying to think of the software that he uses, and I'm sorry I don't use it, so I can't help. But we do talk about and show you how you can do it yourself. If you want to get something done from somebody else, you can send us an email, tfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. I can either make suggestions. We have done a number of things for folks. You could also go to places like Fiverr. Would be another possibility. All right. Southern Woodworking Homestead. Thanks so much for being here. Let's give it another spin. See where we come up. Oh, Southern Woodworking. If you're out and about, you best stop at your local gas station and get yourself a $1 lottery ticket, because you're a 2-times winner here tonight. All right, make it a $2 lottery ticket, because that's 3 times in a row. All right. Evans Family Homestead. Evans Family Homestead. Evans Family Homestead, 312 subscribers. They got 70 videos. Let's go take a look. Okay. Well, the first thing I noticed is that you're, there we go. Wow, that took a while to kick in. We're going to talk about your banner here in just a moment. You have a video playing here in your trailer area. However, it's a shorts. Typically, you're going to want the ideal substance of the trailer video is an introduction to your channel, who you are, what people's going to see there, maybe how often you upload, a little bit of information about your channel. It's not so much of a, typically shorts are little ha-ha funny things that you find on TikTok, but these are the trailer serves an entirely different purpose. So your trailer video is 30 to 90 seconds in length, generally done in a full screen 60 by 9 frame set, so that it totally fills the screen, is typically what one would see there. But I'm glad to see you have something here. There's a problem with your banner, and let's talk about this briefly, because again, this is something that if you don't know, and there's so many things to learn, especially when you're getting started. Now, let me get my little crayon out here, and I'm increasing the size of the crayon. Somewhere in this general vicinity right here, where I'm drawing my red crayon line, and right about here, and I think I'm being a little bit generous. I think it's actually over a little bit further. I think it's a little tighter here. All of this area out here is not going to show up on a handheld device. For example, on a phone. It's not going to show. Just this center part will show. Now, depending upon your choice of designs in creating a banner, you can have one that, I'm going to use the term, it degrades well, so that no matter what size browser or device is viewing the actual display of the banner, it's going to look good no matter what is being viewed on. So in other words, you can't tell if it's cut off. This is not that way. You're seeing lettering over here. If you're looking at this on a phone, you're seeing little bits of letters and you don't know what's going on. You can't see it. So this is one I would work on modifying a little bit. Just be aware of that it's not going to show well. The full-size banner is 2,560 pixels wide, 1,440 pixels in height. That's a 16:9 format, same as a 1080p or 720p display. However, in like on a laptop, it starts out at the same width, 2,560, but it's only 423 pixels high across the center. So YouTube used to take that single banner that you uploaded, and they used to just cut it up into 3 different pictures. This is all done behind the scenes. Well, they don't do that anymore because programming has gotten better, computers have gotten faster, stronger, web controls, everything's just improved. They still take that full-size banner, but through the magic of coding, they adjust it to fit the browser, whatever the browser is that's looking at that picture. Based upon what the browser is saying it requires, and adjustments are made, and the picture's just edited out. They get it right about 99% of the time. There's a few that's not quite perfect, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Anyway, that's what the problem is here. Let me close that out here now. We already talked about this trailer, which is really not a trailer. Let's go to the About page, see what we have. We have a short description here. We are Vance and Melanie Evans. We live in Harrisburg, Arkansas. Our channel is mostly about the things we do on our homestead. We have pigs, goats, rabbits, chickens, llamas, and ducks. I hope you enjoy our channel and would like to invite you to subscribe and join our adventures. When I'm not working on the homestead, I work full-time for an ambulance service in my hometown. I am also a part-time police officer. Very interesting, and that's all great stuff to have in here. You've left a lot of room in here that you can embellish this a lot more. Some things you could add that, again, just make it more personable to whoever's reading this. How many acres do you have? You know, how big is your homestead? What is the growing zone? Do you garden? If so, do you is it in-ground? Is it raised bed? Is it square foot gardening? What type of gardening do you do? Is this a big enough piece of property that I'm going to use the term lightly here, to do some farming on it? Or maybe you have a hayfield or things like that to support your livestock. In other words, the door is open here for you to add a lot more information without giving too much away. And it also gives you the ability to modify this on an ongoing basis. Email address is in here, and you also have links to Instagram, PayPal. I am guessing that this is Facebook, but it doesn't say that here. So just another quick recommendation would be to go in and edit this link so this indicates this is a two-part thing where you fill in these link areas. First part is description, and then the second part is the actual link. On the description, I would certainly put here that this is going to Facebook. A lot of people they're scared to death to click on a link unless they know where it's taking them, and this doesn't indicate that. And it would just, again, it's to help you. Playlists, okay, you got a few. So we're going to, I'm not even going to look at shorts right now. That's another whole topic. Time to move the goats. Let's take a look at this playlist. There is no description. There's a place here to put a description, and a description on your playlist is every bit as important, perhaps more so, than on a video. Evans Family Homestead. Let's take a look at this one. Well, you have a little bit in here. It just says family farming. So that's, I think that's a little bit too short. I'd like to see you embellish a little bit more on that and stretch that out. But hey, you added it in there, and a lot of people just plain overlook it, and you got it. So we'll just do this one more. No description. I probably should have looked through this one. I'm sorry. Let me jump back real quick. Okay, I certainly... Oh. All right. Let me go back. I didn't want to do that. This is not your video. 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 Here's a deleted video. This is not your video. In many cases, when I find these on people's pages, they don't even know that they were in those playlists. I hope that's the case here. But if it's not, you don't want to be advertising somebody else's videos. Unless they're ours, you can put all ours in there if you want. But no, I'm teasing. So, all right, Evans Family Homestead. Let's go back here now and take a look at some of your thumbnails. All right, I knew we were going to get to these, so let's look at this. If you're going to utilize text on a thumbnail, the following strongly applies. The text must be easy to read. In other words, be high contrast to the background. It should be minimalistic, more of a keyword than a paragraph. And it should be unique from the title. And it also should add to the content. If it doesn't add to it, there's no point in having it. So by doing that, let's take a look here. All right. We can, the white text here, if this text were outlined in black or dark blue or dark red or something, it would just stand out better. Again, that's the contrast. Let's go to this one. Some of the words here are not even included on the thumbnail, so this is a sizing issue. It's way too long for text on a thumbnail. You don't want to put a title to this thing on the thumbnail. And granted, it's not. But is it adding to it? I don't think so. One other thing to remember, I'm not seeing it specifically in anything here. anything in the lower right-hand corner of your thumbnail, that belongs to YouTube. I don't care what you put there, they will cover it up with a timestamp. They will cover it up. Okay. I think I already mentioned you can always change your thumbnails. You can always change your title. And what you can do, and again, you're pretty much just getting started here, but you can modify this first page. The uploads, everybody has uploads. That's how they start. But you can also start adding playlists. Do not fall into the trap where YouTube has presented you with an option that says, add all playlists. Shortcuts don't get you anywhere there. Add playlists individually by name as you want folks to see them. And when you do that, the description you have on that playlist is also displayed here on this page. And I'm sure we'll see some of those here in the very, very short near future. So Evans Family Homestead from Arkansas, thank you so much. Hope we helped give you some ideas on some different ways to display your channel a little bit better. All right, let's spin that wheel again. Little Z Farm.
I haven't seen them chat.
Little Z Farm. Little Z Farm, if you are in the chat, please make your presence known. Little Z Farm, 601 subscribers, 45 videos.
Yep, there we are.
Okay. Now, this is one of those banners that I'm going to say probably degrades fairly well on a handheld device. We're not going to see the couple over here on the right hand side. I don't know if we'll see any of the ducks she's holding on this side or not, but it looks like it's probably going to degrade pretty well. Little Z Farm, growing food, raising animals, and wellness. They have a 2-minute and 16-second video in the trailer. And it looks like they specifically created this as a trailer video. So, nice job. Jump back to the About page, see what else we can learn about Little Z Farm. Description reads as follows. Homesteading for health and happiness. My husband, Eric, and I always knew we wanted something different for ourselves and our family. So we packed up our city condo and moved out to the country. We didn't know how things would turn out, but the journey has been a whirlwind. Little Z Farm is situated on 40 acres just north of Kansas City, Missouri, where Eric and I were raised. You'll meet our chickens, ducks, dogs, goats, and rambunctious barn cats on this page. Subscribe for videos on raising animals, growing food, delicious recipes, health, and wellness, and our road to debt-free living. We don't always get it right, but we are learning as we go. Join us as we build our homestead. Thanks for watching. Okay, nice write-up. Nice write-up. A couple things that you could certainly include here. You mentioned growing food, but you could include things like what growing zone you're in. If you have 40 acres, is it all tillable? Do you have a 40-acre plot of ground that has 2 acres tillable and the rest all woods. And I'm not saying to do that. I'm just trying to throw some ideas out your way. Email address is in the proper location.
Do they want to donate 2 acres to small people?
They have some links down here at the bottom to Instagram, Facebook, and their website. So they have a website. Playlists. Oh, they got a couple playlists. So let's, we're just going to open up here a couple at random. We're going to do garden time. Garden time, and does have a description here. Wonderful. Garden planning, garden tours, and the successes and failures of growing our own food. I see you have a deleted video in here. Unfortunately, YouTube requires you to go in and keep your playlist up to date. If you delete a video for whatever reason, or if it was in one of your playlists, it just leaves a hole there. So you need to go in and delete this placeholder. Let's go find another one. Let's do raising chickens. And again, you have the description here, which is absolutely great. All your videos, nicely done. Let's take a peek at some of your thumbnails. Okay. Looking at the last 18 of them here. Again, I think you've got some very, very good thumbnails. You've done very well with your choice of verbiage on the thumbnails. Now, shorts are going to be the death of me here. That's all I can say. I see this is a short. It has a full screen thumbnail on it. I'm just curious. I'm gonna open this up in a new window. You won't be able to hear it. I have sound turned off. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. So I think that's absolutely excellent. You have your short that on the short shelf. It's not going to utilize this thumbnail, which is fine. That's fine. At least why is that the way they do things right now, currently. If it's viewed off the short shelf, it doesn't count for any monetization things. If it's viewed off of your page, like I just did here, it is. And of course, this looks better, in my opinion, than the little portrait mode pictures. Garden Gold, that's all great. Easy to read. Done a very, very nice job. Your pictures overall are very, very good. Just keep working with it. Keep in mind shadowing and keeping things light enough that it's easy to see. Homepage. Uploads. Now we have individual playlists. Nicely done. Nicely done. Little Z Farm, thank you so much for being here. Done a very, very nice job. And let me just mumble here a little bit as I relink the wheel. I do that because the person that created the wheel, that it only stays linked to the Google Forms for a 1 hour period of time. So now I have to relink it, and that way it adds any other entries. And I see it added a couple. All right. Greenwich Homestead. Greenwich Homestead.
She just put a trailer up. She just made one and put it up because of you talking about it.
Okay, Greenwich Homestead.
And she just posted, I can't find how to get my playlist to show on my main page, so that's something you can talk about.
All right, Greenwich Homestead, 359 subscribers, 24 videos, relatively new channel. Let's jump in and take a peek here. The Greenwich Homestead. Interesting banner. It's going to display well across all devices. Has a 43-second trailer video that's brand spanking new. You are probably seeing it here first, I understand.
The trailer, yes. Uh-huh. Yep.
Jump back to the About page.
Oh, I like that. Orange.
Description reads as follows. Hello world, I am Kimberly and I hope you join me as I work to revamp an old school property into a thriving, productive homestead. Let me guide you through old ways but with a modern twist. Grow with me as I explore small game farming, expand my garden into a market garden. Learn how to grow, forage, and harvest your own food and medicine. Let me, don't be upset with me, please. Let me share with you how to store, cure, and ferment food for better health benefits and longer no power storage. I'm sure there's just an E missing, so it's a little typo there. Take a walk with me, a Greenwich herbalist, as I share skills and knowledge passed down mother to daughter for generations. Things like identifying, harvesting, cultivating, rendering Mother Earth's bounty into natural food and medicine. Very interesting write-up. Now let me pick in a polite way. Multiple paragraphs are what's needed here. Multiple paragraphs, no more than 3 lines each without having a white space between them. From the eye's point of view, this is like one big paragraph. There's no white space lines between here anywhere. Even if you use the tilde marks off to the side as highlights to identify specific bulletin points, if you would. That's not the same thing. And I'm just talking to you from the way that people's eyes react to reading the descriptions of these things. So no more than 3 lines, and get a space in between them. Double check your spelling. We caught a little spelling error on here. Double check your grammar whenever you're doing this. You talk in here about learn how to grow, forage, and harvest your own food, medicine. An old school property. That's interesting. So I think you might want to embellish a little more on this. As far as, was this a 60s school property, or was this something from many, many moons ago where they had the old school bell hanging up in the above the roof? How many acres of property do you have? You have horses on your banner, but there's no mention of them here. So I just want to make sure that I'm not redoing this. There's nothing that says anything in here about livestock. There's nothing that really talks talks about gardening. There's nothing that talks here about location. Are you in Alaska? Are you in the United States even? I don't know. There's no email address.
She is French Canadian.
So you're in Canada, eh?
Let's try now.
Okay. But get your email in here. Put it in there where it belongs. And that way, if somebody has a question or they want to converse with you, or perhaps say, hey, we're going to do a collab, and I think that your natural medicine videos would be a great fit, they got a way to get a hold of you. So put your email in here. We'll jump back to playlists. You got a couple. And so we're going to open a couple of them here. And no description. So that's something else you can look at is get the description. I'm betting it's not on either one of those. Probably none of the three. No description. Let's take a look at your thumbnails. Okay. Let's talk about some of your thumbnails. I've got to be careful here because I'm trying to differentiate shorts from the rest of them here. So we get the magnifying glass out.
She's in Missouri now. Sorry.
Oh, she's a Canadian in Missouri.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is kind of neat because you've taken a picture of the icy thing, and obviously it is reflecting a lack of color. I would think that zooming in other words, a lot closer picture of just a few branches that are covered in ice would display that better than the overall picture that we're seeing here. Example of a keyword type thing for on top of this thumbnail would be just the word ice. Big letters, ice, jumping out. This, and how to can dry beans. I mean, just stop and think about it. How does this go together? We got ice and how to can dry beans. It just, there's no logical fit there. In addition to that, you are starting to encroach on YouTube's lower right-hand corner space here. So you can see they're starting to cover up your words. This one's just entirely too dark. If one has to just look at this picture, what is it reflecting? Is this interesting enough to make you click on it? Well, shorts, that's another whole story. Shorts is just another whole story on its own. Well, all right. I'm going to make a major suggestion here. Take this same exact picture that you have here and use zoom in closer. You are standing next to a person here that is the next best thing to a YouTube star. We have some of them in the chat here right now if they haven't left. People like Morgan Gold and Roots and Refuge and Hamiltonville Farm. Some of these folks that have lots and lots of subscribers. Utilize that. I mean, Jess is right here. just zoom in, get the facial expressions, and play that up. That will get you more views. As you can see, that video did get you more views than almost any other one on this page. The only other one that's higher from what is displayed on this page is the one shorts. That's another whole story. Shorts are crazy. So I would certainly do that on this one. I would just enhance that. No more writing on any of these. I lost everything today, all my footage. What an expression. It looks great. You got some great starts on thumbnails here. Just keep it up. On your front page here, now you can start adding some of your playlists underneath here. Do not add them all in a package. Add individual playlists down underneath. Make sure you have descriptions on those. So Greenwich Homestead, I hope that gives you a couple ideas as to what to do. And any questions, always send us an email, tfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. We'd be more than happy to spend some time with you and address those. Thank you for being here, Greenwich Homestead. Okay, Brandon Jackson.
Just left.
Brandon just left.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Live stream.
all right. We're going to move ahead. We've worked with Brandon in the past. He does a pretty good job. Morgan's Happy Place. Morgan's Happy Place.
We haven't chatted, but I was able to tag them. I wonder if they're here.
112 subscribers, 33 videos. Morgan's Happy Place. If you are in the chat, please let yourself be known here.
He said he's still here.
Oh, you are still here. All right.
Yep, there's Morgan's Happy Place.
All right, Brandon, I'm going to pull yours up as soon as we go through Morgan's. Then we'll do yours. Morgan's Happy Place. Very interesting, colorful banner, but it's one of those banners that, it just looks like a picture of sunflowers. I have no idea that it's associated with the channel Morgan's Happy Place. So it needs some text on here. Again, newer channel, and it's all learning. There's no trailer. First thing I noticed. We'll jump back to the About page. I retired in 2017 from banking. About 2 years later, I had a horrific fall and lost the use of my left arm. It's been so hard trying to redesign my new normal, as some would call it. I'm giving it all I have, and for the most part, things work out in my favor. It's when it doesn't work out that it whips me in every direction. I'm a lot like my daddy. He was a country boy from Mississippi who loved gardening and building things and just being outdoors. Me, well, I'm a city girl in Texas, but I have my daddy's country heart. I truly miss him. I'm living in the home I grew up in, and I'm growing a good-sized garden that I believe would make my daddy proud. I hope you will follow me on this journey of my new normal while I hang on to some of the good old stuff too. How to support, watch all the ads, comments, and thumbs up on all the videos. This helps out immensely. PayPal or email. Morningstar61@hotmail.com. That is something you absolutely do not want to do. You do not want to ever put your email address on an exposed page.
Or address.
Email address.
Okay.
Yeah, on an exposed page. The reason for that is all the horrendous little bots that go crawling all over the internet. This is if you notice, because you also have your email address in the proper location, it was not showing me your email address. It's saying, hey, sign in to see it. And then on top of that, it's behind a captcha wall, which means you have to prove you're a person to even see that address. That way, it's protecting you is what it's doing. It's preventing your address from being utilized in ways you would not want it to be used, such as spamming or who knows what. So, by all means, get this out of here. Do not want that there. I think this is a redundant statement. This is me personally saying that. Anybody that's been on YouTube for a week has heard this 100 times. Watch all the ads. Watch all the and thumbs up on all the videos and this and that, and you're going to hear that forever. I don't know that this is helping you at all. These last lines would be better off further expounding on your description of your property. Overall, the write-up is great. No more than 3 lines. It's interesting. Does say you're in Texas. You could probably narrow that down a little bit because Texas is such a big state. It's almost like its own country. So you could give a generalized area that you're in Texas. Again, that's just something that makes it more personable. Whatever the growing zone might be in that area. How much property are you currently on? I think you kind of get the idea, and you've seen a number of other ones here. Links, you have links to YouTube. Why would you have a link to YouTube? I'm on YouTube. Facebook and Instagram. So I'm not sure why you have a link to YouTube here, but Facebook and Instagram. Playlists. You got a couple. So we're going to open up Mix first. We're going to take a look at that one. And I do not see any description here, so that's something you can do. And add that description. I'm just scrolling down through here. This is one of your larger playlists. And it looks like everything in here is yours, which is wonderful. So let's now look at 2020 garden tours. Again, description is missing here. All your videos. Nice job there on having those be all your videos. But you need to add a description. Okay, let's take a look at your thumbnails. There's the last 18 of them on the screen. And let's just kind of talk in some general terms here, because again, you've got some great ones here, and you've got some that, well, I'm going, geez, how are these on the same page? Facial expressions, close-up facial expressions are always great. This one's a very, very good one. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Here you're starting to get back a little bit further. But now let's jump over to this one from 2 days ago. You got a picture of 4 seed packs that you can we can make out sort of what they are. You can't read any of the writing on them. Because you cannot read any of the writing on them, and I'm just going to throw this out. I'm not saying what you've done here is wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But based upon the title of your video and seeing what I see in the in the thumbnail, if you were to just have a few seed packages, not worry about trying to display the whole package, but like fanned out, like you're holding cards in your hand or something like that, that might be better. In other words, here it's almost like you're trying to display every package by itself, and it just isn't working. The top two are cut off, the bottom two are not totally displayed. You've got the black sidebars up and down the left and right hand side. So I have an idea your video is much better than what this thumbnail is. '21 year garden tour. The only problem that I'm seeing with this, or the biggest problem I'm seeing with this, is you're trying to put, it appears, and maybe it wasn't intended this way, but it appears you're trying to put the title of the video in the thumbnail, but then you have different verbiage for the title, and you're using a very, very tiny picture that I'm sure on a handheld device, nobody's ever going to be able to tell what it is. And I'm just kind of throwing that out for your consideration. You got to keep in mind, in most cases, probably half your viewers are going to be viewing stuff on a cell phone, which means that little tiny things just don't.
Well, it's cut off.
It is, yeah, it's cut off on the phone.
Well, on my computer.
Well, it's cut off on the computer, it's cut off on the phone. It just doesn't display well. Now, you can fix it. You can go in and fix this, but you may want to consider replacing it. I don't know. It's up to you. But that's something you can do. You can always go in and you can replace thumbnails. You can alter thumbnails without hurting anything. Okay, nice job. Go back to the home page. There is no trailer video here, and you have enough content in your playlist. You can start adding some individual playlists on this home page to give people more information. Do not forget to add on those playlists descriptions. So, nice job. Morgan's Happy Place. I am very happy you could make it here today. Thank you for coming. I hope any questions on anything we talked about, feel free to email us at dofamilyhomestead.com. And I said I would do Brandon Jackson. Do him real quick. All right. Brandon Jackson.
You didn't, but if you just type in Brandon Jackson, this whole page is Brandon Jackson. You didn't get that. I did. Just saying. I don't know why yours was different. Okay, I'll just sing.
Well, let's do it this way. Like this? This is more what you have.
That's what I have, yeah.
Okay. And Sherry just pointed out to me, I mean, we've done Brandon before. Nice young man. And this is one reason that I feel this is my own personal thoughts, and I have the stuff in front of me right now to back those thoughts up. Why it is never good to utilize your name as a channel on YouTube. Because we go in and we look at just channels using the name Brandon Jackson, And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It goes on and on and on and on. Okay, I lost count. I can't count this high. I'm still in Brandon Jackson. This is why I do not ever recommend using your name as a YouTube channel. Now, we've had Brandon in the past, so I kind of knew what I was looking for. And that's probably why it came up the way that it did. But this is continuing to go. So, on the dark side of that, Brandon goes out to a local store somewhere or something, and maybe he's got a YouTube patch on or something, and he's chatting with somebody, and he says, "Oh yeah, I got a YouTube channel." And they go, "Oh really? What's the name of that channel?" And he goes, "Brandon Jackson," just like it sounds, Brandon Jackson, Jackson. And so the person says, "Okay, I'll check you out." And they go home and they bring up YouTube. Keep in mind, they're not signed in. Just like I'm not signed in. Or they could be signed in, but they're not subscribed to him because they didn't know that he had a channel. So they do a search like this. Are they going to be presented with 100 Brandon Jackson channels? Who knows? So it's better to have something unique and individual. All right, let's go into here. Brandon Jackson. Got a trailer video here that's 29 seconds in length. I can't comment on the video because I can't hear it. This does not look to be a video that talks about his channel, what you're going to see here, how often he uploads or anything. Doesn't look to be that, which is what it should be for a trailer. Nice looking banner. Let's jump back to the About page. Hi guys, my name is Brandon. I'm 22 years old and I am autistic. I've been making content on YouTube since 2007. I recently achieved 1,000 plus subscribers and over 500,000 views, but due to difficulty with reading and processing information, I was unable to clearly read the terms on a software update, and I wiped my channel. I was trying to convert the channel into a business one so I could change my name. However, this meant I ended up losing all of my content, hence starting this new channel. Okay. Now, we know he's from England because it says his location is United Kingdom. This links to Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Does not, I repeat, does not have his email address here. One of the most important things. I mean, people can't get a hold of him. He has no email address, so should have an email address. On the description, and we state this with everybody we look at here. Multiple paragraphs, no more than 3 lines each without having a white space between them. Otherwise, the eyes tend to run through the stuff, become confused, start skipping words. So there needs to be some breaks in here. Playlists. Well, he's got some playlists. Let's just glance at this one to start with. Christmas 2020, Brandon Jackson. And he has got a description in here. Very good. And it's all his content. Nicely done. And unboxing. Brandon Jackson. Take a look at this playlist. And again, he has a description in here. And it's all his videos. Brandon, good job. Nicely done. Looks good. take a peek at your thumbnails. All right, here's the last 18 of them. Okay, here's some stuff that, and this is where it gets confusing for many, but we're just going to harp on this. Look at the facial expression here. Your eyes are immediately drawn to this expression of, I don't know, amazement, wonder. So that's a great image to have on a thumbnail. Time to say goodbye to Christmas 2020. On the, and again, in my opinion, I think that this is bordering on way too much text on a thumbnail. However, on the plus side, very easy to read, well done from that standpoint. Very, very easy to read on a thumbnail, so that's great. Another good facial expression. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, yes. Well, I'm glad I had the magnifying glass, or I might not have known those were all puppies without reading the title. Keep in mind how it works in a person's mind when they're looking at a page full of thumbnails. They're looking at pictures first. So the picture has to capture the eye. If it's interesting enough that a person devotes more than a split second on that picture, well, then maybe they'll go to the title. If the title is interesting, well, then maybe they'll click on it. But if the eye never sees the picture, never gains the interest from the title, they'll never click on your video. All right. Homepage. Yes, trailer. Don't know about content on that. Uploads his individual playlists. Brandon, nice job. I would just work a little bit on your about page. Get your email address out here and get your description kind of shored up a little bit. Otherwise, I think you're doing a fine job. Okay. Southern Woodworking Homestead. Oh, we've already done you. If you're out and about, stop at that local gas station, grab yourself a dollar lottery ticket. Evans Family Homestead, we've done you too. Esther's Gardening Adventures. Esther, are you here? Esther's Gardening Adventures. Esther's Gardening Adventures has 294 subscribers, 81 videos. Let's go check this out. See what she has. Okay, it has a 1-minute channel trailer here. Welcome to my channel. You can already tell that's exactly where it should be. And although I don't know the content, I'm sure that it's nicely done and good facial expressions, good smiles. The banner, well done, has utilized the method of color and lack of color on the pictures here. deadly centered into the middle here with the text and the font. Easy to read, nicely done there. Let's go look at the description on the About page. Hi, this is Esther, and welcome to my channel about my adventures and misadventures as an aspiring rural homesteader in Maryland, Zone 7A. You may see bonus guest appearances by my dogs, River Song and Lilu. Good thing she had the enunciation there. And even my hubby sometimes. As a newish homeowner with a relatively small front and backyard, my goal is to optimize the space and fill every nook and cranny I can with vegetables, fruit, herbs, and flower gardens and native plant habitats. Garden-focused topics I may cover include the winter sowing process for growing seedlings, garden updates, garden bed preparation, square foot gardening, container gardening, and harvesting and using my garden produce. COVID-19 also prompted me to work on becoming more self-sustaining, living in an urban neighborhood, so my videos may include things like canning, foraging, cooking, native plants, examples of my easy, cheap recipes, and herbal medicines. Unfortunately,
She does not have an email and she knows it. She doesn't see the need for it. I'm a reporter and also volunteer for an animal rescue. Chances of me responding to emails is very small. So, just to give you an insight why she don't have an email.
Yeah, sure, you just, I don't know if you typed that in the chat here
Yes,
somewhere.
she did.
Okay. So,
So, continue on to you next.
okay. I have a question for her. Do you respond to comments on your videos? I mean, you certainly don't have to check an email every day, but it's a very important thing to have that, believe it or not. And I know that you have an email. You can't have a channel without email. And you should be checking it because YouTube could be sending you notifications about stuff. So, I mean, you can make up all the excuses you want to make up, but that's just the fact of the matter. You also have Instagram listed down here, which is fine. That's where it belongs. You have some playlists. Gardening Adventures. Let's look at the full playlist here.
Yes, she responds to every comment.
Then there's no reason not to have your email. It doesn't take that long. You do have the description here, which is great. Vlogmas 2020. And you do have a description in here in which I post a video every day or every few days in December 2020 that has a winter holiday or winter season theme. And again, all of your videos. Good job. Take a look at some of your thumbnails, and you've got some really nice thumbnails. Got some good ones here. All right, here's the super plus things you are absolutely doing wonderfully. Facial expressions, great. Kudos for all of that. Good contrast between text and your thumbnails. Easy to read. Nicely done. Nice bright pictures. We're not looking at any pictures here that are too dark. You just have done a very, very, very nice job on your thumbnails. Uploads, and you've added some individual playlists. Nicely done. Esther's Gardening Adventures. You have done quite well. Very interesting. Looks good. I like your banner. I like the style of banner, and you've made it so it degrades well across all devices. So, big plus. And thank you for stopping by. I hope maybe we shared some insight and gave you some thought-provoking comments that you can hold close to heart, and wish you well in your YouTube adventures. Let's go spin the wheel again. Oh, Walterman Homestead. I know these folks.
What, is she still here? Well, she must be. Let me tag her.
Walterman Homestead. A little over 1,100 subscribers. Let's go check them out. All right, now they have a different type of thumbnail here, which works out very well. It's like a collage that's going to display even into a phone.
Yeah, Sunny, I'm not sure either, but it was allowed me to tag her. Yeah, Megan was here early on. I don't know if she's still here.
Walterman Homestead, are you in the room? She may not be. But wonderful folks, wonderful channel. She's one of our mods, isn't she?
Megan?
Yeah, I think she's one of our mods. So we're just going to briefly share here. She's done the description very well. Email address, proper location, links are good. In the playlist area, has a few. If I don't show description, I'll be surprised. Yep, description there. Yeah, she does it all and does it very good. I can maybe catch her if she misses something, but no, has done a wonderful job. And her videos, thumbnails good, easy to read the text. I don't see Megan in the room, but
no. There she is.
There she is, huh?
She's been shooting a dinner video.
Uh-huh. Well, I think that we can just add Walterman Homestead as one of the reference channels.
Mm-hmm.
Because Megan, you've just done a fine job with this. Looks good. Looks great. Walterman Homestead. Folks, if you're not subscribed to Walterman Homestead, you need to go check out some of their content, because they are a great creator on the YouTube platform here. Walterman Homestead, thank you so much for being here. And we're going to start using your channel as one to go look at. Fleetwood Patch. Fleetwood Patch. Are you in the room?
They were.
Fleetwood Patch, 335 subscribers, 46 videos.
There they are.
Well, that's an interesting banner. I like it. Has a trailer video here. That's not a trailer video. Okay, we're going to talk about that here in just a moment. I like your banner. I will, however, mention that this is not centered. It's okay, I think, but I'm guessing that on a phone, that line's going to come somewhere about here. So you're not going to see the whole thing over here. That's my guess. I mean, it's still going to be okay, but it is definitely going to cut it off on a phone. So let's talk about the video that's playing down here in the bottom that's in your trailer video area. Trailer video. Think of a movie trailer. One of these little stingers that just to reach out and generate some interest for people to come and see the whole show, so to speak.
That's a good one. That's nice.
30 to 90 seconds in length.
I like it.
30 to 90 seconds in length. Tell a little bit about you, the channel, what people can expect to see there. Keep in mind, that's there for people that have never been to your channel before. If they're subscribed to your channel, they're not going to see this. They shouldn't be seeing this if they're subscribed. So this is only for non-subscribers to see. And for a non-subscriber, chances are to come in and watch a 15-minute video, that's pretty tall odds. Pretty tall odds. Let's look at the About page. Description reads as follows. Hello from the beauty that is Colorado. We are big fans of home farming and self-sufficiency. Living just outside the mountains in Colorado Springs in a small backyard. Gardening for us is a passion. Did I read that right? Wait a minute. Living just outside the mountains in Colorado Springs in a small backyard.
That's what it says.
I'm trying to make sense of that. I'm sorry. I'm having a problem with it. I think you might want to redo something a little bit here. We also go out and interview local garden centers, farms, and natural apothecaries. Can I substitute the word drugstores for that?
No, you can't.
Oh, can't? Okay.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Drugstores are not apothecaries anymore.
We urge you to support your local farmers, markets, and shops. The age of having a huge lawn with no garden is slowly starting to shift. Many people like us have found so much satisfaction in making their own mini urban homestead. It's therapeutic and healthy. If you love being able to grow your own food and love the idea of farm fresh meals from your own backyard, like and subscribe. The overall format of your description is wonderful. Multiple short paragraphs, no more than 3 lines in each one. That's all wonderful. But I got tongue-tied on this first one here. Just living just outside the mountains in Colorado Springs in a small backyard. So you're living in a small backyard. Gardening for us is a passion. I think you just need to address that a little bit. Okay, email is in the proper location. You have Facebook and Instagram. Let's jump back to the see if you have any playlists, and you got a couple of those. So we're going to do urban homesteading first. Okay. Well, There's no description. So that's a negative. So you might want to check those out, get your descriptions in your playlist. Let's see if that was a fluke. Nope, no description here either. All your videos, that's a plus. All right. Let's look at these thumbnails. There's the last 18 of them. Okay, Fleetwood Pat. I am curious. I'm guessing that you utilize some sort of I'm going to guess an online, like a Canva, to do the majority of your thumbnails. If that's the case, would you either confirm or deny that? You've got a lot of really great things about your thumbnail. You've got I'm going to call them popping colors. Personally, I think you've stretched it a little bit too much with verbiage. But again, for the most part, the verbiage is easy to read. So it looks like even though they're easy to read, there's too much. In certain cases, let's jump down here to this one. I'm sure that says sauce, but you can't tell because you've encroached on YouTube space on the time thing here. So how to make your own pizza sauce, I'm guessing is what you want to say. Rather than trying to put a whole title in here, if you just use the word sauce or a key word rather than a key phrase, I think that would enhance this a little more. You could make that pop. Your coloring choices are great. Absolutely fabulous, and that's why I thought that maybe you're utilizing something like a Canva to do this. But I would use caution on how much you place in the way of words on the thumbnail. And also that lower right hand corner, this 2021 is covered up by the timestamp. The garden down here is partially covered up by the timestamp. The little YouTube logo down here is covered up by the timestamp. And so, overall, I think you're very, very much on the right track. Very much on the right track. A little tweaking here and there, I think, in my opinion, would just take you to the next level. Nice job on those. Jump back to your home page. I think perhaps you understand what I was talking about this for the trailer video here. You could use this for a featured video. They have a spot for a featured video, which is a returning subscriber to your channel would be viewing this if you want to feature that video. But for the trailer video, that should 30 to 90 seconds, great length. Your uploads. Okay, I am not a fan of using this container. Popular uploads. A lot of reasons, but suffice it to say, if I want to know what your popular uploads are, I will simply go to your videos and I will sort them in that fashion. And that way I can scroll down through there and instantly tell whatever it is I might be looking for in the way of popularity of your videos. So I'm not a fan of that particular pocket to put videos on the front page. I think you're much further ahead to place one or two or even all three of these playlists individually on your homepage. Do not use the container that says all of my playlists. Do them individually. You get a lot more mileage out of your boots in that fashion. Fleetwood Patch, thank you so much for being here. I hope that maybe we gave you some ideas, and I really like some of the stuff you've done on there. Let's go.
Time for one more.
Okay. What do we have here? We're going to Australia.
No, we're not. Did he move? Since when is Dutch in Australia?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Netherlands.
Netherlands, Holland.
Yeah.
We're going to Holland. I almost got on the wrong plane. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jumping on the wrong plane. All right, Dutch off-grid homesteading. I have no idea why I even said that.
I don't either. Read what you so said that Sugar's teasing the dogs. And that he's fat now. He's a gigolo.
Okay, Dutch off-grid homesteading.
Dutch, are you here?
1,400 subscribers. I actually helped them make this banner so it would be easy to read. There's more to this banner than what you see here, because it's if you look at this on a TV, you're going to find that this is actually a cutout of the entire country that he lives in. Australia. Yeah.
Even Emma's laughing.
But he doesn't have a trailer video in here. What's up with that? What's up with that, Paul? No trailer video. 30 to 90 seconds. Quick little video about what people could expect to find on your channel here. Description reads as follows. Hiya, I'm Paul and I live in the Netherlands. That is not Australia.
Really?
I live in the Netherlands. Welcome to my channel about doing as much as possible yourself at home. I don't live in the country. I live in the city. I bought the house where I live in and have a small garden from 15 by 20 meters, which equates in the imperial world to 49 by 65 and a half feet. Year 2020, I like to do more DIYs, vlogs once a month or more. With gardening, a new idea I have is to do something like raised beds on top of the roof of my garage and kitchen, and animals and projects in and around my homestead. The way I started with vlogging is so we can learn from each other, and not only in my country, but worldwide. These days possible because of the internet and YouTube. Maybe we could build a worldwide community. Please subscribe and put a thumb up. It will really help my channel. If you like my vlogs, hit the bell for notifications for future vlogs. See you soon. Every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a live stream. Now, for those of you that are in the chat that followed along as I read this, please be aware, English is not Paul's primary language. So it's a second language, and therefore some alterations come across in the
translation.
In the translation from that Australian language to English. No, from the Dutch language to English. So that is why you sometimes see some things here that as Americans, they're not spelled correctly. And if you were from Ohio, I'd mention to you, well, you need to maybe run a spell checker. That doesn't apply here because the words don't always translate directly. But Paul is a really, really nice individual. Great person. Interesting content. And is certainly worth time for everybody that is in here right now. So by all means, go check him out. Has an email address in here, has links to Facebook, PayPal, and Instagram. Playlists, well, he's got a couple of them here. We're just going to open a couple up. He has got the description here. And we're going to open this one. No description, Paul. I caught you. No description under Garden 2020. So you might want to jump on that one and get a description in there. Videos. All right. I personally am not a fan of repeating thumbnails. Now, I know these are all live streams that he has done. Matter of fact, he put some serious time into some of these live streams. But I would go in, I would alter some of these thumbnails. And here's why. Let's say that you participated in one of these live streams and something was said or a discussion was had in there about something you want to go look back on, to check back on.
A good reference is Big Bear Homestead, how they're doing their live stream with thumbnails now. Because they were putting pictures on their thumbnails, what they talk about.
Okay. Yeah, and Sherry just said that, for example, Big Bear Homestead is now putting pictures on their thumbnails of the content contained within the live stream. So, the whole thing here is if you were in one of these live streams and you wanted to reference back to something that was said, but you didn't remember, gosh, was that the 5th or the 6th or the 7th? Well, hell, they all look alike here. So that would be my recommendation here to Paul on these, is I would create, and he can do that. He can do that. He can go in and he can change these thumbnails. Anytime you can change thumbnails, you can go in and change the titles. You can go in and add end screens, informational screens, change keywords. All those things you can do without causing any problems with your original content. You cannot download your original content, edit it, and put it back up. At that point, it's new content, so you lose all those views. But you can go in and change the thumbnails and stuff. So, Paul, you got to get a trailer put together here. We've talked about a lot of your videos here on your homepage. You have got some individual playlists here. So, nice job. Nice job. So, folks, go visit the Netherlands. Get a little bit of insight from a Dutchman. And, Paul, we thank you for being here and sharing with all the folks in here that all the things that you do. Sherry tells me it's time that we close this off here tonight. I wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year if we haven't seen you since last year. We got a lot of great channels coming up on our Monday Night Live shows. Yeah, we're going to slow down on that because I don't know when we're going to have to make plans for doing some traveling here too. So, but yeah, we have got some absolutely great channels coming up here. Some of them are in here tonight. Matter of fact, Sonny's Place. I see is going to be on one of our Monday night lives. Just glancing through here. Sonny's place. Yes, no? Yep. So, folks, have a wonderful weekend. We hope to see you next Monday night, where we will have
TNS Dogs and Dragonflies.
TNS Dogs and Dragonflies. Yeah, Sonny's place is February 8th.
Okay, sorry.
TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm will be with us next Monday night. So, everyone have a good weekend. Take care, and we will see you another time. Special thanks to our moderators. Special thanks to our channel members. And we'll see you Monday. Night, folks.